Let me show you what we have here. We did get filled at 83. The 82.75 just wasn't filling. Still feeling confident about it moving higher, or believe that it's going to move higher ahead of those reports, and so took 83, and you can see it is touching on 82.75. There are, let me show you the conflicting indicators here, and why I am where I am in this trade and believing what I believe despite what we're seeing here right now. We've got a cresting stochastic indicator. Actually, it's beyond cresting at this point. It's a dropping stochastic indicator, and a cresting just about to cross over moving average indicator. That's on our 5-minute chart. On the tick chart, you can see that same picture on the indicators. This is ordinarily screaming, well, not screaming, screaming to some that this is a selling opportunity, and it may well, you know, see a little bit of a dip here, but in any case, a lot of folks are going to be selling off of that information that I'm showing you right there, and you can see it's, you know, they're trying by what's going on there. It's trying to drop, but as I showed you before, we've got this going on. That trend line, the second one from the top, is offering a whole lot of support in there, and I think that it's going to push up, and I think we're going to push higher ahead of those reports coming out. Now, once those reports come out, all bets are off, and you know, especially if we've seen that, you know, 86 and a quarter or whatever I said that number was, that highest of those trend lines. If we see that when the report comes out, and then start to see a little pressure, you know, you can see down in this again 1271 range that I mentioned, 1271 to 1272. So in any case, you know, what I wanted to show you there is there were some indicators that were saying sell, and here we are sitting there long, and so we'll see who's right. We'll see who's right in a second, and well, I can tell you right now, here's we just ticked 83.50. Not that that means it's a done deal, mind you, but you know, and here I'll show you on the tick chart. Here we see that stochastic indicator that was turning down is now turning back up again, and so in any case, this will be interesting. I thought it would be an interesting thing to show you what some of these indicators are saying, and our, I guess, belief contrary to what those indicators may have been presenting right there. So we've got the first profit target. Here we go. We got the first profit target set at 84. The reason we're at 84 is that high from yesterday was 84.50. So we're going to try to get out ahead of that bar at or that point at we'll try to get out at 84. We'll try to take 4 ticks out of here on 50% of our contracts, and then I have the remainder floating around up there in the hopes that we are going to see this 86 and a quarter number, that area, and so I'll probably reposition those a little bit depending on whether we get through this prior high with any kind of velocity at all, and how much pace it's got. But that's kind of what I'm looking at, is for it to maybe get up around that, close to that 86 and a quarter, and I you know, will want to be out just ahead of that if I can be. So in any case, well, let's hold on here and see what's going on. We flashed 84, didn't trade it, but flashed it, flashing it again. Again, where the high of yesterday was 84.50, and you know, we're trying to get out ahead of that point, and you know, if we can see some velocity here, if we can see it move through, you know, this point strongly, you know, again, you see the numbers. I've mentioned it several times. What I'm looking at there, and that is that 86 and a quarter range. You know, I'd love to see it push up there, and again, we're 6:38. Those reports are coming out in, I don't know, 50 minutes, 52 minutes from now, so it's kind of like a countdown's on here for an up move, and how long we may want to stay in an up move, because as I said, I don't want to have an open trade when those reports come out. I think we're going to see pressure, but that doesn't mean that I want to be short ahead of those reports and counting on those reports to create selling pressure, or a selling sentiment, let's say, amongst traders. Okay, so it'd be nice if this one filled. There we go. Okay, so that's our first, I've got the sound. turned down on my computer. That's why you didn't hear I'll turn it back up a little bit again. That's why you didn't hear the target filled. So in any case, I'm going to adjust my stop here real quick. I'm not going to go quite to break even yet. It's a little too early for that on the remainder of the contracts, although I may, once I turn off the camera here and start adjusting, I may look at some other things and think differently. But I'm going to adjust my stop a little bit, and I like, for right now, I like where my other profit targets are, and we'll be back in just a minute.